And good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our morning show. We are rocking and rolling. We hoping to improve day over day, trying to be a little more relaxed about it. And here we go, jumping into yet another day of in paradise here in Livingston Parish. I want to again thank Danny Paline from 5 Star Printing for the tablecloth here, this sign, and soon we'll have a sign behind me. And please follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're on all of these platforms, putting out great content every day, just as often as we can. Trying not to be too spammy. We're just creating a lot of great stuff here. Want to get it out to you folks. We're going to jump right on in with the traffic. And today, a little worse than it has been in the past. A few delays. 190 at River Road in Denham Springs, where River Road, 190, and 4-H Club come together. Delays after the Denham Springs exit on I-12 if you're heading west. Delays after the O'Neill exit. And it looks like it's just about a dead standstill after the 10-12 split if you are heading to downtown Baton Rouge. As for your weather today, a little warmer. High of 94, currently 76. 10% chance of rain, partly cloudy today. Might see that sun come back out and join us. We've missed it the last couple of days. It's supposed to be summer. Interesting story yesterday. On Monday, 5 gentlemen that were in Baton Rouge had a scheduled drug deal that also included a gaming system that went south as the folks that were trying to buy the system, I guess you can say, got used counterfeit bills. It ended up in a car chase that went through Livingston Parish. The sheriff then arrested those folks, or at least some folks in one car, and another car made it down Highway 22 where the French Settlement Police arrested them. There was a gunfight during the chase, and as the sheriff described it, it's something you see more in a Hollywood movie than you do in Livingston Parish. But those 5 gentlemen have been arrested and are in the detention center. You can read all the dirty details on our website. That is actually free content, www.livingstonparishnews.com. Our feature on the front of the paper this week, $10 a week for a magazine every Thursday and a paper every Sunday in your mailbox. It's actually delivered on Saturday. We're discussing the varying amounts, scale, and scope of studies being done on the Amite River. Now, according to Congressman Garrett Graves' office, there are 8 current studies being done, which includes everyone from small municipalities to the Corps of Engineers. One of the congressman's jobs in all of this is to try to vertically integrate these studies. It's very interesting. Most of these people are mandated to do these studies, especially in a post-disaster world. They're not necessarily mandated to work together, which is interesting. So you have 2 big ones, right? The Department of Transportation Development did a laser interferometer study to try to map the entire basin. Garrett Graves' office is trying to make sure that when the Corps goes in, who has their own set of rules and processes, that they at least start with that study so they don't have to reinvent the wheel. Garrett Graves' office is already trying to get smaller groups such as the City of Central and East Baton Rouge to work together, Ascension, Livingston, those types of things. You can read all about it in Thursday's paper, or it did run on our website first thing this morning. Just a reminder, it's $5 for the full month. It is not $5 per article. If our website is logging you out, please email Drew at lpn1898.com, and he can help you get what we like to call pervasive login set up so you don't get kicked out. We promise that it is not $5 an article. Sales taxes, we discussed those yesterday on a parish level that are doing pretty well. Unfortunately for the municipalities, it's kind of 50-50. The smaller towns, which include Albany, Livingston, and Springfield, have all experienced sales tax growth. You can read about those numbers on our website as well. Unfortunately, Walker is a little behind their sales tax totals from last year. Denham's way behind. Denham has had a rough year in the sales tax department. According to Mayor Gerard Landry, a lot of that has to do with Albertson's closing, among a few other businesses that just haven't come back yet. You know, lots of stuff in construction, and he's hoping maybe at some point he will, or the city will be able to attract somebody into the old Albertson's location. Next, a group of local teens went to what's called the Explorer Academy, which teaches kids all about what it really means to be in law enforcement. The story was written by David Gray. It is on our website, and it will be in this Thursday's paper as well. And also, if you remember from yesterday, see the Newsy story right here, so you can read it in print if you'd like. That's near and dear to our heart. But this particular academy, it's very interesting. It puts several teens in the shoes of what it would be, what a day would be like for law enforcement. A gentleman by the name of Aaron Bond, who is a detective for the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office, actually acted as a mentor for these kids. Just a very cool program, very good, you know, very good for law enforcement to get that early interaction with kids. Next, through Denham Strong and a local lady who is very big into, I guess, what you would call purple martins. They're a beautiful type of bird. They had set up nests in Willow Woods Park in Denham Springs, had an event, and actually saw some. Well, more have been spotted at Live Oak High School. We have a great gallery online if you'd like to look at those pictures. Getting into sports, 7-on-7 has wrapped up for the summer. Some interesting storylines coming out of there. Live Oak is sort of shifting gears and focusing some more on some younger players who might be able to help the Eagles, give them a little bit of depth going into the fall. A kid by the name of Earnhardt is cracking through for the Jackets wide receiver corps. He was JV player last year, but has shown some flashes in 7-on-7, and Coach Bill Conadies has plenty of good things to say. Albany also competed this summer in 7-on-7, according to William Weathers and Rob DeArmond, who's on vacation this week. They have shown a lot of competitive edge, having been a mostly rushing attack in the past. It looks like some folks in that 8-3A district are going to have to worry about a passing attack as well. Please, a reminder, we talked to you guys about it yesterday. We have moved away from call and comment. This Thursday's paper has the last run of it and a more fleshed out discussion on why we're moving away from it. We will be going with something called Your Take, which is the take of citizens in the parish about what's going on and how they feel about certain things, and we will hopefully be able to get into discussions with you all and have some great conversations about, you know, what's going on in Livingston Parish. Please remember that we are on 4 forms of social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We're posting in all those places every day. It's just a great place to be. We're very excited about the things that we're doing here. I would also like to say this. We had some people who were very frustrated with the flood insurance story being behind a paywall. We understand. It took us a while to collect all that data, do the interviews and things like that. If it's totally against your nature, it is also in print this week in our magazine. It is on page 5. If you're not interested in either one of those, it will be the subject of our first podcast. That will either come out this afternoon or tomorrow morning. So if you're interested in the NFIP story that's on our website, it will be on our first dedicated podcast, not this morning show. There are 2 different things, and we're hoping we can kind of walk you guys through what the difference is as we get into that. One last check-in just to see if any of our traffic has changed, and a reminder that our traffic and weather comes as a partnership with WVLA NBC 33 and WGMB Fox 44, which is brproud.com. We have a digital partnership with them. Right now, it looks like things are just about the same. Some traffic on 447 in Walker is starting to stack up. 64 at 37, which is Magnolia Beach Road at Greenville Springs, starting to experience some traffic backup. It's still a dead standstill after the 10-12 split going into Baton Rouge. If you're traveling west, in between O'Neill and Sherwood has gotten a little worse, as has anybody traveling east after the Denham Springs exit. We appreciate you joining us for this third day of our morning update. I will not be here tomorrow. Somebody else will be sitting in the chair. I'm guessing it's going to be David Gray, but we will find out. We will be rotating through some folks because we want everybody out there to get to know everyone in our staff and who they are, what they do, and how we're trying to serve our community. So again, thank you for joining us. This has been the third day of your Livingston Parish Morning Update. We'll talk to you tomorrow.